I'm Angella Sharpe, and welcome to the Daily Mix. I hope you had an awesome week. If you recall, right after the last show, I took off to Nashville because I go every year to the CMA Awards. I've been going for many years. But in 2011, I met a couple of women on the street corner. It sounds worse than it was, I promise. And those are the two women right there, Linda and Danielle. And now, ever since 2011, we room together, we hang out, and those are some of our other friends that work for ABC, if you realize that that show, CMAs, is on ABC. But I always have so much fun down in Nashville. I'm kind of sad to come home. I'm like a princess there. That's Cody Johnson, you know him, he's a superstar in the country world. That was after the award show. And if you had a really good eye, my buddy Nathan did, and he sent me some of these photos. I'm in the white, right there behind Chris Stapleton, right above where it says Live ABC. And again, I'm in the white right there behind Jelly Roll if you were watching the show. But like I said, I don't expect you to have found me. You have to have a really good eye for that. But I just love going to the show and meeting fun new people. Right there are the women that were on that show, Farmer Wants a Wife. Got to hang out with them for a little while too. It's just a week of great, wonderful fun. And then I come back to St. Louis and I'm a pumpkin. But that's okay. I don't mind being a pumpkin. It'll be fine. But we're gonna make this show kind of holiday-ish. If you have a lot of holiday things you wanna do, we've got that for you. But most importantly, I have Toys for Tots here. We have Staff Sergeant Kappos and Gunnery Sergeant Meadows. They're here to tell us everything we need to know about Toys for Tots, how you can donate, how you can get involved. They're gonna let us know. So let's get started on today's Daily Mix. It is the season of giving, and someone who loves to give back and fits in with my country music open here is Dolly Parton. If you know anything about Dolly Parton, she loves to give back. She loves to include everyone. Well, she launched her Imagination Library in 1995, and now it is expanded to the entire state of Missouri, thanks to a partnership between Dolly World Foundation and Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. Now, this is a book gifting program that mails free, high-quality books to children from birth to age 5, no matter their family's income. The program is totally free and was created to inspire a love for reading. Now, you can register, you can learn more at imaginationlibrary.com so you can get those books for your child. I just love that she does that, and I think it's even better that it's now expanded to our state, Missouri. Gotta love that. For more than 100 years, the St. Louis Christmas Carols Association has been spreading cheer and goodwill throughout the community, and they want you to join them for their upcoming caroling season. Volunteering caroling groups collect donations for 24 St. Louis children's charities while bringing community spirit to neighborhood doors and public spaces. Now get this, anybody can sign up. You don't have to have experience or even talent. They just want you to have a wish to spread cheer and support kids. Volunteers are encouraged to sign up by November 30th. You can do that and learn more at stlchristmascarols.org. The St. Louis Shakespeare Festival is gearing up for their first ever holiday show, and they're going big with St. Louis debut of Q Brothers' Christmas Carol. This fresh hip-hop remix of the Dickens classic features Ebenezer Scrooge as he's visited by the ghosts of hip-hop past, present, and future. It sounds very interesting. It's also, he's shown the path of rhythm and redemption. Will he throw his selfish chains down and get the beat? I almost said that without laughing. You can find out when Q Brothers' Christmas Carol comes to the National Blues Museum November 21st through December 23rd. For tickets and more info, go to stlshakes.org. The St. Louis Ballet is bringing back another holiday classic. I love this one. The Nutcracker has become one of the region's most popular holiday productions. You can watch as Clara's life-size Nutcracker comes to life on Christmas Eve and follow along as they embark on a wonderful adventure in magical lands in the timeless tale. The Nutcracker will dazzle audiences at the Two Hill Performing Arts Center November 25th through the 23rd. Visit St. Louis Ballet, visit stlouisballet.org for all the details. Cirque du Soleil's holiday show is also coming to St. Louis. 'Tis the night before, with something for everyone as it captures the joy of giving and the wonder of the holiday season. Based on the classic poem, A Visit from St. Nicholas, this story follows a jaded young girl who rediscovers the magic of the holidays, incredible acrobats, lovable characters, and a festive soundtrack of awesome holiday classics reinvented. 'Tis the Night Before runs November 29th through December 10th at the Fabulous Fox Theater. You can find a full schedule, tickets, and more at fabulousfox.com. The award-winning U.S. Air Force Band of Mid-America is bringing back the spirit of the season with its annual holiday concert series. This year's series will feature a special guest reading of The Christmas Truce, along with a performance of Christmas is Coming, led by Santa and Mrs. Claus, who will also meet young guests after the show. The holiday performance will also take place at several locations throughout the metro. This going on December 1st through the 16th. These family events are free and open to the public. However, tickets are required. You can reserve them at afbandtix.com. And a new holiday movie just hit streaming channels. And chances are you might actually recognize some of the backdrops. A Christmas Vintage was filmed last year at St. Louis Lambert International Airport and in Hermann, Missouri. Take a look.
You know, it feels naughty drinking competition's wine.
It does, doesn't it?
The girl you like is the competition, and that jeopardizes our winery. Dump her or you're out.
I am so glad you're home.
What's going on?
I was thinking you could possibly date
Parker.
Tony and I. We cannot be seen together, otherwise he will lose his shares in the company.
I'm Samantha.
Parker.
Nice to meet you.
Sure you're not a spot?
No, I'm just really interested in all this stuff. How bad is it, Dad?
If we could just win this contest.
The Christmas blender.
The city is going to be giving away 1 acre of Norton grapes.
That is one serious prize.
I can make a blend that'll get us back on top.
I am going to dazzle him, my dear sister.
You want to dance?
What? No. Guys, wait.
What is wrong with me? I don't actually like this guy. Get it together, Samantha.
Wow, just wow.
You are our secret weapon to beating reserve sellers.
What do you say we go bottle some wine?
Y'all ready?
It's really good.
The votes have been counted, and the finalists this year are Reserve Sellers and Hermanhoff. Judges?
Christmas is a time for joy and love, and helping those closest to us be happy. Merry Christmas, Sam.
Merry Christmas, Parker.
A Christmas Vintage is streaming now. You can check it out on all those streaming channels. I didn't recognize anything from that, but I bet you would recognize something if you go watch the movie. Plus, everybody loves a Christmas movie. You know what else we like? We like when we can give back. So I have the wonderful people from Toys for Tots here. Staff Sergeant Kappos, Gunnery Sergeant Meadows. Nice to have you guys here. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much.
Now, I think most people know about Toys for Tots, but if maybe they've just seen the box and they don't really know, what would you tell people Toys for Tots is all about?
Well, I would say that Toys for Tots is really all about trying to give to families in need that might need any sort of like toy or anything like that this holiday season. Just an opportunity for anybody to really spread some cheer.
Spread some cheer is always a great thing. Now, you guys are kind of helping, you guys are in the local area, so you guys are helping with the Bridgeton, which kind of does all of the city of St. Louis and 9 other counties. How many toys are you hoping to get this holiday season?
Well, just a ballpark number. Last year, we gave around about, I want to say, 120,000?
Correct.
Yeah, 120,000. So here's hoping.
That is a lot of toys. So is it basically all through donation?
Yeah, donation, or there's multiple ways we can kind of garner the ability to give out toys. It could be could be funds where we actually go and then purchase the toys, could be toys that are individually donated via box just like this.
Right.
It could be an organization that donates mass amounts of toys. Could be a bunch of different things.
So I do see these boxes around town. Like, where are some of the places that you know these boxes are?
Oof.
Oh, I just stumped you, didn't I?
There's a bunch. We drop off hundreds of boxes to miscellaneous organizations, and they just at that point disperse around. I've seen them at miscellaneous Walmarts, kind of big box stores, stuff like that.
Right, those big box stores usually have one. And when I go to place a toy in here, we have some examples of toys. I'm sure there's some sort of requirements.
We'd like to tell people, hey, please, individually packaged items are the best ones to give, as well as things that are like easy to clean, such as plastic. It's not going to garner any sort of like mold or anything like that. That way, whenever we get to bring things to the warehouse, we actually compile all the toys to then in turn give them out. We're not concerned about anything getting dirty or anything like that.
Oh, I guess I didn't even think about it, because some of these boxes are out there in the elements. We're showing some photos of some really interesting setups. So I know that this can happen in a couple of ways. I know here in St. Louis, you're mostly working with charities.
Yes.
And kind of granting their requests for gifts, and then they're dispersing those to the people that they know that need them, right?
Yes, ma'am. That's not to say that an individual family couldn't go online and request toys. It's just that we don't see it very often here. Most of the time, they go through the nonprofits and things like that.
Gunnery Sergeant, you are a very quiet man.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think about Toys for Tots?
Well, it's a great, fantastic program that's out there. And kind of to your first question, we're here to give back to the community in any way that we can. And this is just our small way of doing so, taking care of every child that we can.
I love that. Now, were you guys both assigned Toys for Tots, or were you able to choose Toys for Tots?
It's something that the whole entire unit that we here work at Bridgeton, we all get together the holiday season, we all pitch in together.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, to say assigned is aggressive, but...
Well, I know, but that makes a difference.
We all pitch together, and we all like to make that difference together, I'd say.
Okay, so you guys are accepting donations through...
Really through we have a website you can go on and actually try and, to find the website, I would say just Google Bridgeton and then Toys for Tots, and it'll take you right to it. You can donate through there, as well as there's nowadays, it's about to be 2024, there's a QR code. There's a lot of different ways to donate.
So let's talk about that QR code, because I feel like that is kind of even a better way. Let's say you do get a ton of donations, but maybe they're all for smaller children. And I know that this goes up to a certain level, but if you could donate with money, you guys can then go fulfill what you're missing.
To a certain extent, I believe that kind of goes higher than us, though, because we're kind of like the base level, like Bridgeton local. I think that there's a higher element than us that actually controls the allocation of funds and which toys get filled and purchased.
And how that works. Now, is this somebody could maybe donate their time also to help sort?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Time. We also get any sort of like event requests for, like, if an organization were to come through and ask for, say, like a Marine to be present in order for, like, any sort of like opportunity for us to take photos, or for them to donate like a decently large amount of money, or even just to kind of garner like any sort of, notoriety with the Marine Corps and the Marine Corps Reserve Foundation. So.
This is just a way for women to come meet a Marine, is what you're telling me.
I didn't say that.
That's what I heard, though. But you guys don't just do this during the holidays.
No, it goes year-round, though very frequently we'll see requests for events, and we'll see requests for toys, obviously, in the holiday season, but it is year-round. We already have a St. Patrick's Day event, I believe, lined up, so that request has already gone in, too.
So this is, you're kind of all year, kind of collecting toys and fulfilling things that might come in per request.
Yes, ma'am. There's even a Christmas in July event, I believe. We work with the Marine Corps League. The Marine Corps League is like a local group of veterans that have gotten out, and they're the ones who do this pretty much year-round, and they're very passionate about, especially Christmas in July, and giving toys that way.
Well, let's talk about, I know that we showed some photos earlier, but you had one with the Build-A-Bear.
Yes.
And we have to talk about that, because that looked amazing.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. I went, I believe it was a couple of weeks ago. I got to meet the founder. Build-A-Bear was very kind enough to donate around, I want to say it was 15,000 bears. Wow. Yeah, just pallets of bears. It was great. And then as well, We took photos and just got to meet some kids. It was a nice time.
I mean, and that is an epic photo right there with all the bears, the couple of children, and of course the founder and some other people that work there, which is wonderful, which is a great way for a company like Build-A-Bear, who is local to St. Louis, to be able to give back and, like you said, get that photo that everybody's going to want to see.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's talk about this, kind of get through all the details that people need to know. Obviously, if they see one of these boxes, it's a new unwrapped toy, yes?
Yes.
That is correct.
Yeah, new wrap toy. I mean, preferably some sort of wrapping, something along those lines, just to make sure that it is.
But you don't want me to wrap it in like Christmas paper and put it in here.
Apologies, yes. No,
Okay.
an unwrapped toy, yes.
See, now you're confusing me. Okay,
apologize.
so I got a toy in its box. It's new. I can just drop it in the box.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you guys sort them, give them to the charities, all that stuff. But if somebody maybe doesn't have the funds to buy a toy or donate money, but they want to donate, they can donate their time and help you sort, maybe even help deliver those to charities.
Absolutely. We would welcome any sort of help when it came to the warehouse side of the house. I mean, it's a good time.
I would imagine it's fun. How can it not be fun sorting toys? We're showing some video right now of toys being kind of sorted and moved about. And I'm sure there's a system to this, but what it looks like is it just looks like a warehouse of fun.
Oh, yeah, it's great. It really is a good time.
Have you ever heard a child say something wonderful after getting a toy?
Oh, I mean, any sort of happiness, any sort of smile, usually that's the thing that kind of helps me, is something that whenever a young child just takes it and you just kind of see a bunch of joy on their face, it really kind of harkens back to whenever I was a kid and you're just like, man, it's a good time, holiday season.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like even for me, watching the holidays, you want to watch the kids, open a toy and get the toy, and most of these toys are going to people who can't otherwise afford them, so that's even better, right?
Yeah.
All right, Gunnery Sergeant, you're going to give us our last lines because you've been so talkative today.
No.
All right, so how do people donate? How do they find you guys?
So the easiest way to find us is going to be online. Again, just go into Google. I think everybody uses Google nowadays. And Google.
We've got that information up on the screen too. If you want to take a QR code, take a screenshot of that right there.
Yes.
That helps too, right?
Yes, that is correct. So the big one is going to be bridgeton-mo.toysfortots.org. From there, you'll be able to locate anything that you're looking for, whether it's wanting to sign up to get a box, to become a Dropbox location, or even to sign up for volunteer events. So
we didn't even talk about that.
Volunteering at the warehouse, correct.
So we can volunteer, but you can also sign up to get one of these boxes at your establishment. Thank you both so much for being here. And everybody, don't forget to donate to Toys for Tots if you can, either monetarily or with an awesome new unwrapped toy. See what I did there? After you follow Toys for Tots and see what they're up to, make sure you follow us on all our social media channels. We want to hear from you as well. You can always drop us a line at stltv.net. That's going to do it for the Daily Mix. We keep it right here on STL TV and Experience St. Louis. I'll see you next time.